Nelson Mandela, The Long Walk to Freedom. In 1962, a young lawyer named Nelson Mandela was arrested for standing against a system built on injustice. Apartheid had divided South Africa by race, stripping millions of their rights, their land, their dignity. Mandela believed in freedom. Not just for himself, but for every person crushed by that system. For fighting for it, he was sentenced to life in prison. He spent 27 years behind bars. Most of those years on Robben Island, breaking rocks in a limestone quarry, sleeping on a thin mat on a concrete floor. Decades of his life, taken. But something remarkable happened in that cell. Mandela did not let prison turn him bitter. He studied. He listened. He even learned the language of his jailers, so he could understand the men who guarded him and speak to the country that had condemned him. He held on to a single, radical idea, that justice without revenge was possible. That a nation broken by hatred could only be healed by forgiveness. In 1990, at 71 years old, Mandela walked free. The world expected anger. Instead, he offered his hand. 4 years later, in 1994, South Africa held its first democratic election open to all races. Nelson Mandela was elected president, not to punish those who had oppressed his people, but to build a nation where black and white could stand together. He formed a government of unity. He invited his former jailers to his inauguration. He turned a story of suffering into a story of reconciliation. Mandela once said, "As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." His life asks us a question we still have to answer. What do we do with our pain? Do we let it harden us, or can we, like Mandela, turn it into the strength to forgive, to rebuild, and to lead? That is the true meaning of freedom.